Paris is known for its elegant low-rise cityscape, made up of uniform Haussmann buildings. Only some of the world's most iconic buildings dare to rise above the sea of limestone facades and blue-grey roofs. These icons, such as the Notre Dame Cathedral, the Pantheon, and of course, the Eiffel Tower, are beloved by Parisians and tourists alike. One building, however, stands out, and not in a good way. Ever since its construction in 1969, the 210-meter Tour Montparnasse has been mired in controversy. Many consider it to be the most controversial building in French history and the biggest mistake Paris has ever made. The tower, which was the tallest building in all of France until 2011, has been the subject of viral tweets and calls for its demolition. According to a French dad joke, the Tour Montparnasse is the box the Eiffel Tower came in. All of which leads to a rather simple question. How did this dark glass monolith end up in the heart of a city known for protecting its history, heritage, and skyline? The answer brings us to the late 1950s, a time when cities around the world were racing to modernize after World War II. The Montparnasse district, once home to icons such as Sartre, Picasso, Cézanne and Hemingway, had fallen into disrepair, and the existing train station was not up to modern standards. This led to a massive redevelopment plan. The plan was to demolish the old station, build a bigger and better station nearby, build Paris's first large office tower on the site of the old station, and connect the new tower to a large new shopping mall below. The plans for a tall office tower were unpopular from the very start, with most residents and even politicians opposing it. However, the plan had two champions who liked the idea of a modern office district in the heart of Paris: Presidents Charles de Gaulle and Georges Pompidou. The latter is the namesake of another, rather controversial Parisian building, the Centre Georges Pompidou. After plans for the Tour Montparnasse were first unveiled in 1958 and met with strong criticism for a decade, the building permit was finally granted in 1968, following pressure from the highest levels of French politics. The building was then constructed in 4 years, from 1969 to 1973. The criticism from Parisians only intensified once the Tour Montparnasse was built. After pressure, this time from the public as well as from architects and planners, the construction of buildings higher than 7 stories was banned in Paris in 1975. One of the key criticisms of the Tour Montparnasse is its relative proximity to the Eiffel Tower, which is about 2.6 kilometers away, although many photos taken with a zoom lens make it appear a lot closer. The German architect Bruno Fliel went as far as to say that the Tour Montparnasse evokes a competition with the Eiffel Tower that the Eiffel Tower is not up to. Demolition was never seriously considered, but now there are some plans to improve the building's appearance. The lower floors will be retrofitted with balconies and greenery. The rest of the tower will get a brighter glass facade, and at the top, an 18-meter high sky garden will be added, modeled after the one atop the so-called walkie-talkie in London. That building, by the way, had to be built about 60 meters lower than the architects had originally envisioned, so as to not overshadow St. Paul's Cathedral. Let me close with another dad joke. The best view of Paris, according to many Parisians, is from the top of Tour Montparnasse, because it's the only place in Paris where you can't see the tower itself. You don't have to laugh about that one, you just have to stand up and clap for my loyal patrons Did Ikepine, Brian Simpson and Needs More Cowbell, who have been supporting me forever. Also, thank you guys for finally helping me reach 19,000 subscribers.